Good morning. Welcome to Tuesday morning yoga during the pandemic. Welcome everybody. Give it a second for people to come on. Anybody? Okay, well, if anybody joins, welcome. If you watch this later, you'll be like, hey, Bridget's just sitting there staring at the camera. So anyway, today in yoga, with yoga during the pandemic, we are going to just continue starting on just working on opening up flexibility, a little bit of balance, as we kind of move from March to April, like our longest March ever in the history of the world, moving into what will probably be the longest April ever in the history of the world. We've got plenty of time for yoga. So let's just go ahead and get comfortable. Go ahead, find a seat. Take a moment to kind of settle in. Notice how you're feeling today. Notice where you've got some tension. Maybe if you're feeling a little bit more open. It's a whole new world that we're moving through here as we kind of figure out, how we balance our day-to-day lives with living in the midst of a global emergency and radically shifting, sometimes hourly, developments in everything, in every part of our lives is affected. So as we do that, we can always come back to our mats. We can always sit down. We can always take a few breaths. We can always find calm. There's always that sense of stillness within us, stillness within our breath. So go ahead and close your eyes. Take a few breaths just to kind of feel yourself going internally, feeling yourself letting go of everything that affects you externally. Just breathing in through your nose. And then as you exhale through your nose or through your mouth, just start to roll your shoulders back and down a little bit. With every inhale, see if you can stretch the crown of your head a little bit further towards the ceiling, maybe tucking your chin back slightly, relaxing your shoulders down, pulling your belly button back and up and in towards your spine. Letting your hands be soft. You can rest them in your lap, or palms down on your knees, or palms up. But looking for that softness. Letting your breath become soft and smooth. Again, really focusing on the inhales being through your nose, and then whatever is comfortable on your exhales. But as you inhale, relax the muscles along your jaw. Maybe bring your tongue to the top, your top two front teeth, the back of them. Press your tongue into your teeth and feel your jaw kind of relax. And then relax those muscles even further. Imagine that softness and that smoothness spreading down your neck, into your shoulder blades, across your chest, letting your arms be heavy, but still sitting up tall. Checking in that you're not hunching. If you have an intention for your practice today, then setting your intention. And if you would rather just kind of go with the flow, then allowing yourself permission to move and breathe freely without judgment. Feeling yourself growing taller with each inhale, and with each exhale, feel yourself becoming more grounded. Beginning your breath, inhaling through your nose, and now exhaling out through your nose as well. Looking for that rhythm, we're working on a 4-part breath. So that's an inhale, a pause, an exhale, and then a pause. So noticing the pause at the top and bottom of your breath, taking that space, extending it a little bit. And then we'll spend a few minutes with a counted breath. Rather than doing it like we have been doing, this time we're going to slowly increase the length of our inhales and our exhales. So that's kind of the direction we're going today. Go ahead, just take a big inhale, and then as you're ready, exhale it out in a big sigh. So couple more of those. Just, get it mixed up. Start stirring your breath up. Get your lungs moving. Wake up. Wiggle if you need to, adjust. One more time. Full inhale and then a complete exhale. And begin inhaling on my count. So inhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Pause. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Exhale. Pause. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pause. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pause, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pause, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pause, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pause, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pause, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pause, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pause, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pause, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pause, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pause, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pause, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pause, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pause, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pause, inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pause, exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, pause. Begin inhaling and exhaling on your own time, just finding a smooth and rhythmic breath. On your next inhale, begin to float your arms up towards the ceiling, looking up. On your exhale, pressing your palms back down towards the ground. Inhale, arms float up, looking up. Exhale, hands press down through heart center, looking down. Inhale, arms lift, looking up. Exhale, hands float down, looking down. Inhale, palms lift up towards the ceiling. Exhale, hands through heart center, bowing your head. Inhale, looking up. Exhale, float your arms down, looking down. Couple more rounds of this breath. Inhale, arms lifting, looking up. Exhale, hands down through heart center, bowing your head. Inhale, lifting, looking up. Exhale, pressing your palms down towards the ground, looking down. Last one. Inhale, arms lifting. Exhale, right arm towards the ground, left arm hinges to the right. Inhale, lift up towards center. Exhale, hinging towards the opposite side. So your inhale lifts, your exhale stretches to the opposite side. So just really moving with your breath. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, stretching. Inhale to lift. Exhale, hinging, stretching, opening up the ribs. Inhale to lift. Exhale, stretch. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, go ahead and stretch over, and this time you're just going to hold this for a few breaths. And as you're holding this, roll your, this is my left shoulder, so your top shoulder, go ahead and roll it back. You can even look up if that feels good. You can start to extend this hand that's on the ground out if you'd like, but you're looking for this openness across your ribs. Now, if this is too much for this hand, you can bring your hand down to your hip. You're just getting this stretch, so from your hip into your armpit, finding that extension. One more big inhale to stretch, and then bring this top arm down on your exhale and walk your hands to center. You're going to take an inhale to lift a little bit here. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhale, walk your hands back up. Exhale, release. Inhale, float both arms up. Exhale, you're going to hinge to the other side. So on this will be hinging to the left for me. So remember, on your inhale, really extend. This bottom hand can walk itself out further. And remember, top hand can come to your hip. You're really extending through that hip, through that on your right side, finding that openness across the ribs, getting a good stretch. You can look up towards the ceiling, you can bend that bottom elbow. Inhale, lengthen it a little bit further. Exhale, walking your hands, placing your hands down, walking them back to center. Take an inhale to lift here. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, walk your hands back up. Going to uncross your legs, stretch your feet out, get a drink. Feel like you're starting to warm up a little bit. So now from here, you can either come into a bound angle, or you can just sit cross-legged for a few breaths, or whatever works for you. We're not doing anything with our legs quite yet, so just whatever's comfortable here. So from here, so I'm trying to make sure that I get lots of like wrist stuff going on, because so many of us are at home and we are on computers and phones and doing all of the things that are not great for our wrists. So just starting like circling your wrists around, because our wrists and our neck are really kind of taking a beating from all of the stuff that we're doing. So circling your hands, maybe even massaging your palms, just noticing how they feel. You know, noticing if there's tension, tightness, soreness, weakness. And then open and close your fists a few times. Just really get the blood flowing. And then rub your palms together, just building up that heat. And just go ahead and release. And from here, go ahead and roll your shoulders back and down. Pull your belly button up and in. Tuck your chin slightly so you just feel like you've got this really firm support. And you can do this in any position with your legs, because we're still working on upper body here. So go ahead, take one more inhale here. Really extend the crown of your head towards the ceiling. And as you exhale, start to tuck your chin. Right? Take a few breaths here. Roll your shoulders back and down just a little bit. You're not rolling the shoulders forward though. Now start to trace the smiley face on your collarbone, just bringing your chin, keeping your head down, bringing your chin from one side to the other. And again, noticing any areas that you have some tension or tightness in your neck. And then come back to center, lifting your chin, so now your chin is just normal level height, shoulders back and down again. Start to look over one shoulder and then the other. And then move in any way that feels good with your neck for just a couple breaths. And come back to center, interlace your fingers, bring them back behind your head, right? So at any point, if this is not comfortable, kind of modify it a little bit. You shouldn't be feeling any pain in your neck ever. So if it becomes uncomfortable, just, take an easier option. So you're going to begin pressing your head into the back of your head, into your hands into the back of your head. Now, going further, we'll start with the core engagement. Engage your belly, so belly button up and in. Now start to pull your elbows back. As you do that, feel your shoulder blades squeeze together. Roll your shoulders down a little bit and tuck your chin slightly. right? So you should be feeling this in your triceps. Muscles in your neck should be feeling some strength. We're building some strength here so that you don't end up hunching your head over. And elbows continue to pull back. Lots of engagement. Your muscles should be feeling this. Your triceps should be feeling this. Core. Feel that engagement. Feel your abs being toned. We all need to be bikini ready to go nowhere, right? Yes, yes we do. No one cares, right? Couple more breaths here. Next exhale, go ahead and release. Shake it out. Whew. Get a little warm from that, hopefully. Okay, go ahead and bring your left ear towards your left shoulder. Right, so now take that left shoulder and drop it away. Take that left hand up to the top of your right ear. So again, don't hurt your neck here, but start to just gently pull your head towards the left, the top of your head, crown of your head towards the left, and then start to massage the muscles on the right side of your neck with that right hand. And you can do this without holding your head with your left hand. It just gives you a little bit more of a little bit deeper of a stretch this way. You really get under the jaw, behind your ear. So you can find just a little bit more space here. Get into the muscles where they connect, where your neck connects to your shoulders. And go ahead, release. Move it around a little bit. Hopefully you're starting to see a little bit of relief in the neck area here. Take one more big inhale here, exhale. Right ear towards right shoulder, then bring that right shoulder down. Right arm comes over to your left ear. Right, find that engagement and then start to massage the muscles with your left hand on the left side of your neck. So same thing here, getting into the jaw, underneath the jaw, behind the ear, moving down along those muscles, into the neck or into the shoulder where your neck connects. And exhale, release. Bring the soles of your feet together out in front of you, coming into a bound angle. So from here, take the time to check in again and see how you're feeling. Roll your shoulders back and down. Check in with how your hips are feeling. If this is really tight and uncomfortable, you can put pillows, towels, or blankets underneath your knees. And again, same thing that I've said with your neck and with your shoulders. Don't let things, your wrists, any of your joints, don't do things that hurt them. Like stretching is great, pain is not. So go ahead and start to massage your feet here. So you're going to start on the inner arches and just really work into the balls of your feet. And then take a moment to massage the pads of your toe or the balls of your feet, and then move into the pads of your toes. Yay. And then coming up into your ankles, just massaging your ankles for a moment. Take a big inhale here, and as you exhale, start to hinge forward. So you can have your hands out in front, you can have your hands on your ankles or your feet. You can use your elbows to kind of push your knees down if that feels good. You don't have to. If you want to make this more passive, you just remember we're hinging from the hips, not from the waist. So when you're ready, you hinge forward, and then you can go. So you're going forward and then down. So if you want to make this a little bit more of a restorative pose or a passive pose, you just hinge forward and then you can relax into it. But again, if it bothers your neck, your low back, anything like that, just back up out of it work on the hip stretch here. Spend about 5 breaths here, just kind of working on this, on our bound angle, seeing if we can get the hips to kind of wake up and open a little bit. And then inhale, go ahead and come up. From here, you're going to bring your knees to one side and then underneath you and come to tabletop. So tabletop is just exactly like it sounds, hands and knees. So your knees are directly underneath your hips and your wrists are directly underneath your shoulders. So from here, going to inhale, release your belly, look up towards the ceiling. This is your cow pose. Exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin. Just starting with these basic movements, lowering your belly, inhaling, looking up. Exhale, rounding your spine, tucking your chin. So continuing with these movements, and you can deepen them as you go if you'd like. Sorry, I promised I wasn't leaving. So rounding your spine, tucking your chin, finding that great stretch. Inhaling. Really big movements here. Exhale, rounding. Start to press back a little bit more if that feels good. Now, if you want to go further here, when you exhale, you can start to press down to one side, and you'll start noticing a little bit deeper of a stretch on one side. Then you just come back to your center, inhale, exhale down to the other side. You can even bring hips to one side and then the other. You know, it's more about how you feel and getting into some of these areas that are tight than doing the pose correctly in this class right now. For our purposes today, correctly means getting a good stretch and feeling better when you're done. Couple more breaths here. If you need a drink, go ahead and take a drink. No idea why my cat is howling at the door. It's great. So coming back to your tabletop, it's great to have yoga at home with pets, right? Going to begin to extend your right arm out in front, thumb up, and your left leg back behind you, pressing through your heel. Now, you can lift up as much as you want to. Remember, you're just opposite arm to leg. Now, if you want to go further here, exhale, knee to elbow. So you inhale, you open. You exhale, doing a crunch. It's a yoga crunch. 2 more. Inhale, open. Exhale in. Last one. Inhale, open. Exhale, in and back down. I kind of cheated there. Inhale, left arm extends. Right leg. Exhale, bring it in. Remember, thumb is up. Inhale, exhale. There we go. It's hard to do this and talk. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale, knee to elbow. Last one. Inhale, open. Exhale, knee to elbow. And then release. From here, curl your toes under and press up to your down dog. So in your down dog, go ahead and bend one knee, bend the other knee, walk it out. Couple more breaths here. Start to look back and see if you can see your belly button. Relax your muscles around your jaw, your neck. And then go ahead and step forward with your left foot between your hands and bring both toes to the side of your mat. You're going to start to press your toes in and your heels out, so you're pressing through the outside edge of your feet. Bring your hands to your hips so you remember where you're hinging. Just start to hinge forward. You can have a bend in your knees. That's fine. Your hands come down to the mat, or if the mat seems kind of far away, your hands can come down to a block. Or you can have a chair out in front of you. Pretty much anything that works for you, go ahead and try. Take an inhale to lift. Exhale, you're just starting to hinge a little bit lower. And take about 3 breaths to kind of find your range of motion here. Notice if you really feel like you're tight today or you're holding tension in. And then once you're like, okay, this is as far as I can go, then go ahead and relax your head down. Now, lots of options here. You can interlace your fingers and bring them behind your neck or your head. It does not work with a handful of hair, and kind of hold your head down like this. And tuck your chin. And that's going to give you a good stretch through the back of your neck. You can walk your hands underneath you and get a really lot more active hamstring stretch this way. Or you can just kind of rest your hands out in front of you, and it's a little bit more passive of a stretch. And remember to breathe here. Really deep breaths. Full inhales, complete exhales. We started off class with just getting deeply into the lungs, really good deep breathing. So just continue with that. Continue to find that focus, coming back to your intention for your practice. And again, if you didn't have an intention, it's really just to be here now and to keep breathing. So hey, we got it, right? Then go ahead and release your hands from whatever position they are. You're going to bring them center. You're just going to start walking your hands over towards one side. And it doesn't matter how far you go or if you're grabbing your leg or you're more out front. You're just going to notice, you'll notice some tight spots and you can breathe through them. Now, I'm reaching towards my left foot, so I'm going to bend my left knee slightly. Inhale, engage, come back. Exhale, I'm walking to my right, bending my right knee slightly, finding that stretch. One side might feel completely different from the other. That's okay. Inhale, come back to center. You're going to heel toe your feet in until they are about twice as wide as your hips. And you're still going to have your big toes in and your heels out so that you are feeling pigeon-toed and you've got that, you're pressing through the outside edge of your feet. Bring your hands to your hips. You're going to inhale, halfway lift. It's going to feel really weird here. You're going to bend your knees a little bit more here. Hands to your hips. Go ahead and straighten the legs as much as feels good. Exhale, hinging forward. Tuck your chin. And then once you find your range of motion, go ahead, interlace your fingers together if you've got the capacity to do that. If not, you can use a strap or a belt or a towel. I'm just going to start to hinge forward, opening up across the shoulders. Now add some movement here if it feels good. Bending one knee and then the other. So whichever knee is bent, you're going to bring your hands towards that side. Remember, deep breaths in, breathing in through your nose, exhaling through your nose. Go ahead, release your hands. Going to inhale, halfway up, bringing your hands to your hips. Go ahead and take those left toes, point them forward, and then right toes point forward as well. Right? You can come up to standing if you want to. Don't fall over though. And don't lock that front knee either. Micro bend always. Nobody needs to pass out. And there's nothing I can do if you pass out in your living room because I can't really actually see you. So from here, with that micro bend in your front knee, find your balance. Make sure you're feeling stable. Lift up those front toes, spread them wide, set them back down. Start to hinge forward at your hips. So you're looking to keep your hips level. And what I mean by level is not this or not this, right? Like square. Tuck your chin, extend through the crown of your head. Now, if you've got a lot of flexibility here, I don't know, do something else because I do not have that and I don't have anything to teach you. If you can extend down with your chest on your shin, then that is awesome. And I strongly, strongly encourage you to send me a picture so I can admire it. Really important to breathe in these poses that feel super tight though. A lot of us have really tight hamstrings, and sitting and doing all the stuff that we've been doing from home does not help that. So we're really working to try and open that up. Go ahead, inhale. You're gonna come up. You're gonna bring both toes in, and you guys are just gonna shift to the opposite direction. Now I'm gonna shift the direction so that you can still see me. So same thing here. Now you've got your right toes forward, your left foot's behind, both feet are pointed forward, hips are square. Lift up the toes on your right foot, spread them wide, set them back down. You've got that micro bend going on in that right knee. Take an inhale, shoulders back and down, hinging from your hips on your exhale, right? You're gonna find that range of motion pretty quick. Tuck your chin slightly, extend through the crown of your head. Just keep breathing, just keep smiling. You can do it. Relax the muscles around your jaw. Your face is not holding you up, I hope. I really hope your face is not holding you up. If so, you really got to back out of the pose. Couple more breaths here. Inhale fully, exhale completely. Next, inhale, go ahead and come back up to standing and shake it out. Right, get a drink. And then from here, we're just going to go through a version of Surya Namaskar. So sun salutations, it's a pretty standard flow in yoga. So, and there's a lot of different variations, and this is not like 100% accurate, do this exact thing, and it's going to be, yeah, just follow along. And if you have a strong practice and you want to add in extras, feel free. That's totally cool. Anyway, from here, you can stand either with your feet about hip distance apart or your big toes together. Going to inhale, float both arms up towards the ceiling, looking up. Exhale, take a little back bend. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale to the right. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, other side. Inhale to center. Exhale, hands through heart center, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up to standing, looking up. Exhale, take a back bend. Inhale, come up. Exhale, over to one side. Inhale, back up. Exhale, opposite side. Inhale through center. Exhale, forward fold. One more time through this part. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. Exhale, a back bend. Inhale, up. Exhale, hinging to the right. Inhale, up. Exhale to the left. Inhale, back up. Exhale, hands through heart center, forward fold. Bend your knees, plant your hands, and step back to your down dog. So for those of you who are like, hey, where's the plank? We're kind of skipping plank for a minute just because, or for class, because I feel like it's kind of hard on people, and I really want people to have a good practice and kind of know what they're doing before I start having people hold plank and do planks. So go ahead in your down dog, couple more breaths here, bending one knee and then the other, really kind of walking it out. And then from here, go ahead and take your right leg, lift it up, press it straight back, press through the heel, really extend. Then go ahead and bend that right knee and start to bring your right hip or right foot over to the left. Circle your right foot, wiggle your toes. Take another inhale here, and then on your exhale, you're going to bring your knee back down towards the ground, keep that foot flexed, and step it through. Low lunge. Right, so find your low lunge here, find your stability. Engage through that right inner thigh, press through the heel, your heel is lifted off the ground on your left foot. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, a warrior two, front knee is bent. Front palm lifts, inhale, peaceful warrior. Windmill it through on your exhale, planting your hands, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. Exhale, take a back bend. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hinge to the right. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hinge to the left. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hands through heart center, forward fold. Bend your knees, plant your hands, step back, down dog. Getting familiar with down dog, right? Go ahead and take your left leg now. Lift it up, press through your heel, bringing it straight back. Find that stretch first. Now go ahead and bend the left knee, bringing your left foot over towards the right. Wiggle your toes, circle your ankle. Take another inhale here, get that stretch. Exhale, knee comes towards the ground. Look between your hands, step through, plant that foot. Find your low lunge with your left foot forward. Once again, really engage through that left inner thigh on an inhale. Lift both arms, right? Sink a little lower in it. Exhale, find your warrior two. Front palm lifts. Inhale, peaceful warrior. Front knee stays bent. Exhale, windmill through warrior two. Plant both hands, step forward. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweeping both arms up. Exhale, a little back bend. Inhale to lift. Exhale to hinge to the right. Inhale to lift. Exhale, hinging to the left. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, folding forward, forward fold. Bend your knees, plant your hands, step back, down dog. Just gonna go through it one more time on each side. Go ahead and lift up that right leg, stretch it back. And then when you're ready, bending your knee, stepping through, low lunge. Right, so find your low lunge, inhale, both arms up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, windmill down, plant your hands, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way up. Exhale, back bend. Inhale up. Exhale, hinge to the right. Inhale up. Exhale, hinge to the left. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, plant your hands, down dog. Left leg lifts, press it back. Bend your knee. Next exhale, step it through, low lunge. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, windmill it through, plant your hands, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep your arms all the way up. Exhale, find that back bend. Inhale up. Exhale to the left or right. Inhale up. Exhale to the left. Inhale up. Exhale, hands down through heart center, and then just release. Whew. Get a drink. If you're not feeling warm or that wasn't a challenge, while I'm getting a drink here and catching my breath, please go through that again as many times as you want. I'm not abandoning you, I just need to check the clock. Okay, so coming back into standing. Hopefully you got some energy going, some breath going, feeling good. I'm gonna go ahead and bring your weight into your left foot. So as you do that, you're just really standing down through that left foot. Lift up your toes on your left foot, spread them wide, set them back down. Bring your hands to your hips. Going to lift your right leg up, right? So you're flexing through that right foot. Now go ahead, interlace your fingers around that right knee. Roll your shoulders back and down. Right, so find your balance here, and maybe this is where you're at in the pose today. Maybe this is enough, because finding balance is sometimes really hard and always really good to do. So if you've got your balance here and you want to go further, go ahead and bring your left hand to your right shin. You're going to extend your right arm out to the side, palm facing forward, thumb towards the ceiling. Now, moving into a twist, you just bring that right knee over to the left and bring that right arm back further behind you. To challenge yourself further, you can look over at this right thumb. Yeah, no. And or begin to straighten your leg. See, it's not as easy. It's not that easy for me. There we go. Okay, this is where I'm at today with my balance. Now, engage your core. Find something not moving in front of you to look at. On your next inhale, go ahead, bring it back around. Going to bring your left arm out to the side or hand at your hip. Your right hand comes to your right shin now. Take an inhale, stand up really tall. Start to open that right knee over towards the right. Now, if you've got the flexibility to do so, you can start to extend that leg out. Otherwise, we're just breathing here. When you're ready, come back to center, interlace your hands around your knee, and then from here you're going to bring them underneath your thigh and start to stretch that leg out straight. Now, if you've got a lot of flexibility here and can bring your hands around your foot and straighten it out, go for it. Otherwise, I'm just going to hold this for a breath, gently bring it back in, release, shake it out. Go ahead, come back to center. This time you bring your weight into your right foot. Lift up the toes on your right foot, spread them wide, set them back down. Find that firm grounding going through that foot. Go ahead and bring your left knee up. Interlace your hands around that left shin. Shoulder blades back and down. Belly button up and in. Flex that left foot. Right, when you flex your foot, you should feel this muscle on the outside of your, right below your knee, on the outside of your left leg kind of flex. You want to feel that. Right, so from here, going to bring your right hand to your left shin. Your left hand extends out to the side. Thumb up, you can't see my thumb, but it's up and my palm is facing you. So go ahead and start to bring your left knee over to the right. You know where you're going on this side. So once you find that, if you want to add on to the challenge, you start to look over at that left thumb. And you're breathing, right? Twisting, breathing, happy people. Inhale, bring it back to center. Left hand to left shin. Right arm extends out or comes to your hip. Flex that left foot. Take an inhale here. Then slowly start to open out to the side. Remember, option here is to start to extend that leg if it feels good. If you can grab your foot and extend it straight, then go for that. Shoulders back and down. Inhale, bring it back into center. Right, find your balance. Then bring your hands, interlace your fingers, bring them underneath that left leg, and start to straighten your left leg out. Now, your leg does not have to go all the way straight. Mine is totally not there. But working on balance, working on strength, working on flexibility. One more inhale, exhale, release. Shake it out. From here, now if sitting in a squat bothers you at all, find something to sit on, like a towel or a pillow or something. Otherwise, you're gonna bring your feet out about mat distance apart. Toes out, heels in this time, right? You're gonna bring your hands to your hips, and you are just going to come down into a squat. Then you bring your hands to heart. So you can't go all the way down with your hands at your hips. It's just cue so you know where your hips are. So from here, go ahead, press your palms together. Press your arms into your legs, shoulders back and down. Hands are active here, right? Tuck your chin, extend through the crown of your head. Maybe move a little bit. If you're feeling really awesome, do some sort of a Russian dance jig, which as you're sitting here, just appreciate how much skill goes in to the dancers who are like this, kicking out their legs, because seriously, can you imagine doing that right now? Okay, thank you for being a captive audience and listening to me. So, just really kind of imagine unwinding here. It might not be the most comfortable pose, but it's really, really, really good for your low back, good for your hips. It's kind of like the pose that undoes what we do most of our day. Sitting, walking, standing, we only move our hips in certain directions, and it just is seriously brutal for a low back. So doing all that stuff, hopefully it's starting to feel pretty good. If it's not, well, we're only here for a few more breaths and you're at home, so you can really leave whenever you want to. So, keeping in mind though, can you lift up your toes a little bit, wiggle them? Just a couple of more breaths here. And then when you're ready, just going to release, gently sit down, extend your legs out in front of you, bend your knees, wiggle around, get a drink if you need to. So from here, go ahead and just extend both legs out straight. Now, if this bothers your knees, you can bring something underneath your knees. They don't lock your knees, and they don't have to be totally straight. We're just working on stretching through this part of the body. And if you feel like you're hunching at all, definitely bend those knees, because this is all about finding length in the body. From here, go ahead and take both feet and point your toes forward, and then flex your feet. Notice how it feels when you do both feet at the same time, and then take a moment to go opposite. So point one and flex one. Just notice you kind of get your brain moving, both sides of your brain moving, talking, connecting. Apparently that is something I definitely need today. I need it most days. And then you're going to keep your left leg extended out straight, press through the heel. You're going to take your right knee, bring it in. You're going to hug your right knee in. And you're going to, so your knee is not center line, it's more going towards your right armpit. You're going to take your right arm to the inside of that right knee and start to extend out straight. You're flexing your left foot. This may be where you're at. You can bring your hand down to the mat. You can bring your hand to your shin. You can bring it to the inside of your foot. If you bring it to your shin or to the inside of your foot, you're going to take your left hand and start to extend it out along with your right. So if you can interlace your fingers and loop them around your foot without this right knee splaying out. So if you can keep this leg active and hinge forward, then you can go ahead and go into this version of the pose. Inhale, extend through the crown of your head. Exhale, hinging forward. Go ahead, release your hands, walk it up. Take that right leg across your left. Going to extend your left arm out straight, thumb up. Loop it around your leg. Going to bring your right arm now out in front, thumb up. Inhale, open as far back as you can go. Squeeze that left arm, that right leg in with your left arm. When you're ready on the exhale, go ahead and bring your right arm down to the mat. So continue to hug it in really tight. So with every inhale, you're sitting up taller, you're flexing through your left foot. With every exhale, you're squeezing in tighter, you're twisting further. Active breaths here. 2 more big inhales. Go ahead, unwind. You're going to bring your right ankle on the outside of your left knee. Left or right hand comes to right knee. Just kind of press that down, flex through both feet. Take an inhale here, exhale, hinge forward. All right, keeping both feet really active as you hinge forward here. We're only going to stay here for a breath. Inhale, lift up, extend both legs out straight. Work it out. Now from here, go ahead and extend your right leg out straight. Bring your left knee towards your left armpit. Left arm comes to the inside of this left leg. So same thing on this side. Sit up really tall. Extend through the heel of that right foot. Start to hinge forward. Maybe your left hand comes to your shin. Maybe it comes to your foot. So this side is a lot tighter for me, so I'm not going to go as deep in this. So for me, this is where I'm at. If you want to go further in it, you can interlace your fingers, bring them around your foot, grab both sides of your foot, grab both sides of your leg. Just don't let that left knee splay out, right? Inhale, extend through the crown of your head. Exhale, hinge forward. Inhaling, extending, exhaling, folding forward. Couple more breaths. Inhale, come on up. Going to bring your left leg across your right now. Really flexing through that left heel or through that right heel. Extend your left arm out in front, thumb up, and then hug, or your right arm out in front, thumb up. Hug your right arm around that left leg. So squeeze it in really tight. Extend your left arm out, thumb up. Take an inhale here. Take a full exhale, sit up tall. Next inhale. Start to open out as far as you can go. On your exhale, that left hand will go down behind you. Remember, inhale, sit up tall, flex through that right heel, extend through the crown of your head. Exhale, squeeze it in tight. Hug it in with that arm, twisting further behind you. Inhales, lift. Exhales, squeeze and tighten. 2 more breaths here. Big inhales, complete exhales. Go ahead, inhale, come back around. Left ankle goes across your leg on the outside of that right leg. You are not on your knee on either side. Go ahead and press that left knee down just a little bit. Take an inhale, sit up tall, flex through both feet. Exhale, hinging forward. Inhale, extend through the crown of your head, tuck your chin slightly. Exhale, bend a little deeper. 1 more big inhale here. Exhale, folding forward. Go ahead, release out. Going to bend both knees and gently roll down to your back. Knees bent. And once you get here, go ahead and bring your knees down to one side and then the other, kind of windshield wipering them. It should feel pretty good. And then from here, going to plant both feet flat on the mat. about, oh, I don't know, see if you can touch your heels, the very tip of your heels with your middle finger, or maybe a couple inches further away than that. Going to bring your right ankle to the outside of your left knee. Take your right hand, press your left knee away a little bit, flex that right foot. Right, so find that space. You want to find length on the right side too as you're doing here. You don't want to feel cramped. Now, on your next inhale, go ahead and bring that left knee towards you, towards your chest, and interlace your hands either around your thigh or around your shin. And once you find the pose, just go ahead and relax both feet. Relax your shoulders, your jaw, your hips. If it feels good to kind of rock side to side, you can add some movement in. I'm going to use your breath here to just kind of find some space. So slowing your breath down and continuing with some really good deep breaths. Go ahead, release your hands out to the side, palms up. You're going to flex both feet just for a minute. Take a big inhale here, and then exhale. You're going to twist to the left, and your right foot will touch the floor, right? And you adjust how deep this pose is by how close your foot is to you, right? And once you find the pose, just see if you can kind of relax into it a little bit. If you want to, you can look over towards your right fingertips. If you'd rather, you can look straight up or over towards the left. But use your breath to open up and find space in this twist here. From here, go ahead and just bring your right leg back across and then your left leg, so feet are flat on your mat, knees are bent, windshield wiper back and forth. Set yourself up to do the other side, so feet are about hip distance apart, flat on the mat. I'm going to bring your left ankle to the outside of your right knee. Take your left hand and just press that right knee away from your body a little bit, flexing that left foot. Now when you're ready, go ahead and lift that right leg up, grabbing your shin or your thigh. And then once you have the pose and you feel like you're kind of settled into it, relaxing both feet. Adding in some movement if it feels good, rocking side to side, but definitely no requirement to do that. Relax the muscles around your jaw, forehead. And from here, go ahead, keep your legs where they are, release your arms, bring them out to the side, palms up, flex both feet. Take a big inhale here, and on an exhale, you're going to roll to twist to the right, left foot comes down to the ground. And maybe it feels good to go ahead and look towards your left hand. If not, looking straight ahead or over towards the right. Then go ahead and bring your left foot back toward your mat, and then your right knee up, and stretch and move in any way that feels good. So from here, you guys are all going to go into your final resting pose, Savasana. So if you would like, you can either lay down just flat on your back with your palms up, or if you've got any tension in your low back, you can go ahead and bend both knees. Kind of go knock-kneed again, so your feet are out, your heels are out, your toes are in. You can just bring your hands to your belly, or again, have your palms up. This is just kind of your time. Closing your eyes and letting your breath fall into its natural rhythm again. Your heart center. Maybe bringing one hand over your heart and one hand to your belly. Connecting the universal feeling of peace and love. Finding a calm, quiet strength in your breath. Finding peace through compassionate thoughts and actions. Finding solace in both our individual unique happy. May we be filled with joy. May we be free from suffering. May we know peace. May all beings be happy. May all beings be free from suffering. May all beings be filled with joy. May all beings know peace. Taking one last time to revisit your intentions today. Collect that feeling of grounding, of being centered, of being at peace. And then slowly beginning to wake up the body. Wiggling your fingers and your toes. Circling your wrists and your ankles. Maybe moving your head from side to side or stretching your arms out overhead. Gently draw your knees into your chest. Hug them in. And roll to one side in the fetal pose. Taking the moment here to just give yourself a hug. Thank yourself for showing up, for taking care, for being here. In whatever capacity you practiced in, you were here, you were breathing, and we've started our day off right. Go ahead, press yourself up to a comfortable seated pose. Draw your hands to heart center, palms together. Thumbs pressed into your sternum. Roll your shoulders back and down. Tuck your chin slightly. Take a moment to bow your head, to honor your heart, honor the true teacher within, honor the love and compassion that you have been shown, and the love and compassion that you show the world each day. Then draw your thumbs up to your third eye point directly above and between your eyebrows, honoring the quiet voice of intuition, always there to guide us if we can still our minds enough to listen. And bring your hands back down to your heart. Truly an honor to share your practice with you guys today, to be your guide. It's been amazing to be back teaching and practicing, and it just makes me happy. So thank you guys so much for being here, so I have people to do this with. And remember, the kindest thing you can do today is stay home. So everybody stay home. Happy Tuesday. Namaste.